For as long as I remember, there are some things that have never changed. My love for my family, love for my friends, love and respect for people in general, love for animals, especially dogs, and the belief that people are inherently good. My name is Lilia Sefa. I was the firstborn to my parents Mary and Asefa, followed by my brothers Ababu and Mamo. We had a comfortable and happy life in Ethiopia. My parents came from a proud lineage of warriors and leaders. They were educated and income earners. My brothers and I never had house chores, or for that matter, no chores, unless it's schoolwork or eating. All extra time was fun time. When I was about 14, a brutal socialist government overthrew the Ethiopian monarchy. Life as we knew it changed. Suddenly, all students entering 11th grade were forced to stop school and do community service. I was sent away from my parents to a socialist work camp in Samre, a rural area where there was no water or electricity. There, my family's social status made me a target, and I was mistreated, insulted, and humiliated by other children daily. In those days, I worked hard to prove to people that I was not who they thought I was, that I should be judged by my deeds and not by my so-called feudal ancestors. The camp taught me that it was possible to survive in difficult situations with people very different than me. Even though they mistreated me, I learned not to judge people, but to try to understand where they were coming from. In 1977, after I came home from the camp, my brother Ababu was diagnosed with cancer. He had to go abroad for treatment. My family traded one tragedy for another. My brother's illness paved our path of escape from human rights violations. But the transition wasn't so easy. Once in America, I still had to work hard to be judged for who I really am. When people look at you as an outsider, it is hard to feel a sense of community. I struggled to be included at the PTA for my children's schools. I was told by my professor to go back to Ethiopia and learn English. It was even hard at times to find where I belonged in the Ethiopian community. But what I learned in the camp, not to judge even those who misunderstand, ignore, or reject me, proved useful to me in my new country. In the 29 years since I left Ethiopia, I've seen the Ethiopian American community grow from individuals here and there to a community with so many churches, restaurants, neighborhoods, and even its own yellow pages. And somewhere along that path, I realized that I can't just sit here and be a foreigner forever, and started participating in the communities I live in. And when we buried my brother in Silver Spring, I knew that my family roots would always be here. His kind and generous spirit will always be here, and my family will always be able to visit him at Gate of Heaven Cemetery. Silver Spring is where I've buried loved ones, but also seen the births of many. My children grew up and went to school here. My parents celebrated their 50th wedding anniversary here. Today, I live in Silver Spring with my husband, Tesema, and my 3 wonderful kids, Ida, Zena, and Caleb, not far from my parents, my brother, and other family and community. Once I decided to really participate in my community, attending Impact helped me to understand that I wasn't on the outside at all. I learned that interactions between members of a community incorporate many things, like previous experience, race, ethnicity, sex, and personality differences. I realized again what I learned in the camp, that if I keep an open mind, I can find out where people are coming from, and they can learn where I'm coming from, if we just don't judge one another.